You can see here. So this is the chapter of fourth unit. Sorry, this is the syllabus of fourth unit. So we'll see one by one. So that's why I made you to listen the fundamental part directly from the link instead of explaining. I had given to you the link. Okay, so this is now the methods of disposal of wastewater. These can be classified into 3 different types. That is what you have seen. So I will not consume more time on this point. So I was not able to explain the way I have drawn. This is the same my link also. It was also same my link, but I will not be able to draw once again here with these accessories. That's why I made you to listen through the link. So these are classified into 3 types. That is the natural method, artificial method, and combined methods. You might have understood through that video. So what we are going to exactly study about the disposal of wastewater. After complete treatment process or after collection of sewage, either you are supposed to go for the treatment through the treatment process, or you can directly dispose into the nearby water body if the wastewater treatment plant is not available in some of the villages. In that case, you are supposed to go for the disposal directly. But this is not the right method. At least a low cost wastewater treatment system you are supposed to install, and then you can dispose it into the nearby water body or on the land that way. Okay, so while disposing, how these are going to be affect the quality of existing river body or existing water body that we were discussing in that video. So there are 3 ways you can go for the disposal of wastewater. The first one is the natural method. In the natural method, either you can go by dilution or you can go by land treatment process. Actually, this entire chapter, whatever we are going to study in this, is rounding about this point. It is rounding about this point only by dilution method. Okay. So still all other part you are supposed to listen. Okay. Now the next point, artificial method. What is the artificial method? Either you can give the primary treatment, and if you can go for primary and secondary treatment together. Okay, and then you can dispose. Then the combined method, in that case you can go for the primary treatment and then dispose, and effluent disposal by natural method. Okay, so why should go for the disposal into nearby water body or on the land? Because after the completion of secondary treatment, it becomes a very difficult to treat further to make that water potable, to bring that level of water to the potable quality. So that's why we should allow them to get treated naturally, and that natural phenomena itself will treat that water and bring to the nature level of raw water quality for the drinking water purpose. And then you can go for the water supply engineering, or you can go for the water treatment process. And that water treatment process includes the for drinking water treatment process. It will not like the wastewater treatment process. You have studied the water treatment process in a semester 1. Okay. Then there are 2 general treatment objectives with respect to wastewater. First one is the very important, to reduce or to minimize the public health of wastewater, public health hazards of a wastewater. These are general treatment measures aimed at preventing pathogens and other potentially harmful components from finding their way back to the consumers, and eliminating, reducing, and minimizing the deteriorative impact of wastewater on the receiving water quality and its environment. So it is written in a scientific way, but in my language I will explain. So first thing is the reducing the public health hazards. Okay, if you don't treat and dispose, you can see, someone might have observed, industry is treating consuming the water and producing wastewater, and if it is not treated and allowed to flow like anything in that case you might have observed deterioration of your soil quality. Deterioration म्हणजेच काय की त्या मातीची प्रत खराब होणे, is it, or deterioration of the water quality, की जर percolate तसंच झालं and so it will affect on the water quality, though it is a groundwater also, is it. So for that purpose, to avoid that environmental impacts, you must treat it. आणि समजा जर ते वेस्ट वॉटर डायरेक्ट तुम्ही एखाद्या रिव्हर बॉडी मध्ये किंवा वॉटर बॉडी मध्ये टाकत असेल, त्याला म्हणायचं डायल्युशन मेथड, बरोबर आहे. तर त्याच्यामध्ये टाकत असेल तर त्या रिव्हरची कपॅसिटी जर त्याला कंझ्युम करण्याची ती जी बीओडी लेवल सीओडी लेवल वाढलेली आहे, सो दॅट consumption is not in a capacity of that particular river body. In that case you should go for it will affect on the aquatic plants and aquatic animals. It will get died immediately, is it. So to avoid such impacts, you are supposed to treat the sewage and then you are supposed to dispose it either by dilution method or by on the land. Okay, we'll go to the next point. Okay, sorry, by mistake. So when you are diluting, I will go once again, I will go back that the method of disposal of wastewater may be classified under the following categories, and first category is natural method, and it is in that there are two methods, by dilution and by land treatment. By dilution method means what? You can dispose the quantity of sewage into nearby water body. It may be the stagnant water body or it may be a running water body. A running water body, example, a river or the stream, and a stagnant water body, pond or the lake. In that you can dispose it. So that is by dilution. By dilution in the sense, समजा जर 10% वॉटर तुम्ही त्याच्यामध्ये टाकलं वेस्ट वॉटर, यू आर डिस्पोजिंग 10% वॉटर into the existing water body, it will get dilute and it will get naturally purified, and that process is known as the self purified. Okay, so usually in a river the self purification process performs very high, with a very high rate and with a faster rate. It becomes easy to go for the self purified. So however here in the pond it takes a lot of time because it is a stagnant water body, is it. So better to dilute such water through the river body. And in land treatment, in the sense you can construct such a the way we saw the pond, the lagoon, you can construct aerobic, anaerobic and dispose on that, let it get treated up to some extent level, and then you can dispose on the for the farmers, or you can dispose on the nearby water body. That is by land method. So this natural purification performs a very important role for making that water back to the pavilion. Back to the pavilion, why I am saying, you are consuming of water. Municipality supplies water to you. Okay, I will try to explain it. This is a municipality which is going to supply you a water. You are consumer and you are consuming that water. After consumption, it becomes a wastewater. After becoming a wastewater, you should go for the treatment, or you can go for the naturally purification process. Or after treatment also, you are not going to provide a 100% treatment. You are going for the almost a 70% up to 70% of impurities you are removing, and then also you are going to dispose into the nearby river body or water body. So that way here, if you are disposing into the river, it will get treated naturally, or if you are disposing on the land, also it will get treated naturally. When you are disposing on in the river body, it will mix into the existing quantity of water, it gets diluted, and the aquatic plants and aquatic animals and some photosynthetic activity helps to regenerate that quality, and it will get self purified. if you are disposing on the land, it will start percolating towards the ground. And while during percolation process, it is that land is acting as a natural filter bed, and it will remove the impurities. It will remove the um, impurities present into the sewage, and it will go down and will mix to the groundwater body. Again, that with the help of bore well or the well, you are extracting that water and you are using it for the water treatment, and you are using it for the water treatment process. Okay, again you are using it, that raw water you are using for the drinking water treatment, and from that drinking water the treatment plant, after treatment, again it is going to be used by you as a consumer. Okay, so this cycle performs, is it? So during that process, self purification plays an important role. So we'll see with the scientific language what is exactly the self purification. The self purification of natural water system is a complex process that often involves physical, chemical and biological processes working simultaneously. It is not like this की हे झाल्यानंतर हे झाल्यानंतर हे. जसं आपण वेस्ट वॉटर ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट मध्ये किंवा ड्रिंकिंग वॉटर ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट मध्ये आपण वी आर मेकिंग इट टू ऍक्ट वन आफ्टर अनदर. पहिल्यांदा फिजिकल होईल किंवा केमिकल होईल, नंतर बायोलॉजिकल, and one after another that process is completing and treating and removing the impurities present into the sewage. But it is not happening in a self purification. All these processes will work simultaneously. The amount of dissolved oxygen in water is one of the most commonly used indicator of a river health. Okay, can somebody answer me or clarify this sentence? The amount of dissolved oxygen in water is one of the most commonly used indicator of a river health. The dissolved oxygen level high असेल तर riverची health good आहे की bad? And if the dissolved oxygen level is less, then what is the condition? Please. Huh? If the level of dissolved oxygen of a river is good, in that case, whether the quality of water is of that particular river is good or bad, and if the dissolved oxygen level gets decreased, what is the condition? Answer, please. I want your answer. I will not go ahead. Or in a different way, I will ask a question, whether the level of dissolved oxygen impacting on the quality of river water or no? Whether the dissolved oxygen is giving any kind of indication with respect to water quality. Are you understanding my question? Are you understanding my question? Are Baba, 58 students are there and not a single students are answering me. Not a single student is answering me. Shital Dhotre. Shital Dhotre. Okay, I will note down. Shital. Yes, please. Reply, please. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
My question, do you understood my question?
No, ma'am.
Okay, once again I will ask. I'm asking you a question. Whether the level of dissolved oxygen of a particular river is indicating something? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, it is indicating. Okay, then next question. What it indicates? Whether the first question was whether the dissolved oxygen level in a particular river indicating something, yes or no? If yes, then what it indicates? If the dissolved oxygen level is high, then it is good or bad. And another question, if the dissolved oxygen level is low, whether it is good or bad. Very simple question I asked. Someone has given Aditya Mahajan had given answer. The dissolved oxygen in the water is good. The quality of water is also good. If dissolved oxygen is less, then it affects negatively on the quality of water. Good answer. Thank you, Aditya. Actually, dissolved oxygen plays a vital role in a indication. First thing I can say, indication. Actually, other roles are very important, but for indication of water quality, dissolved oxygen plays an important role. Okay, another example I will give you. I will give you a 2 bottle of water. Collected sample is collected from same place, same river, same time. Okay. Now one bottle I have tested dissolved oxygen, or I have tested the biochemical oxygen demand. We will take BOD test. Okay. I have tested BOD, and that is that BOD. I got the BOD as a 100. Okay. We'll assume that I got the BOD of one bottle is 100. Another bottle I kept as it is and close the tap and will test after 2-3 days whether the level of dissolved oxygen will increase and whether the BOD will increase or not. Once again, I will explain. 2 bottles I have taken. I will on my video so you can see me and you will try to understand me what I am explaining. Okay. See here, guys. We have 2 bottles. Okay. One bottle, both the bottles we have taken at a time sample from same place. Okay. Yes, Amol. Amol Pawar, please. You have raised a hand. Do you want to talk or you was trying to do something to notoriousness? Amal Pawar, you raised a hand. Okay, forget about that. So I was talking 2 bottles we have taken. Both the bottles we have filled with the same sample at the same time. Out of these 2 bottles, first bottle I have taken in a laboratory. Both the bottles we have taken in a laboratory. So out of that one bottle, I have tested level of dissolved oxygen and I have determined the level of BOD also. You can take example. Okay. I have noted dissolved oxygen level as a 6 milligram per liter, and I have noted down the BOD of the same bottle as a 100 milligram per liter. 6 milligram per liter is a dissolved oxygen. Why I'm explaining that you have to solve for the problems on the basis of this. Then and then only you are going to study, you are able to solve this. Okay, that's why I'm trying to explain again and again. So the first thing, we have tested dissolved oxygen. We got the level of dissolved oxygen as a 6 milligram per liter. We got the level of BOD of same sample as 100 milligram per liter. Okay. Now I'm going to check. I have kept the another bottle as it is. Okay, forget about BOD also. We'll concentrate with only one parameter, that is DO. So when I have collected samples same time, first bottle's dissolved oxygen level is 6 milligram per liter. Okay. Now I have kept another bottle in the same laboratory for next 2-3 days And a third day, I'm going to check the level of dissolved oxygen of the second bottle, whether the level of dissolved oxygen of that bottle will increase or decrease. If you able to answer me, you can chat or you can talk. Very important question actually. This question will make you understand the BOD concept and self purification concept. Please reply. कळाला नाही का? प्रश्न कळाला नाही का? Yes, someone has given answer. I'm happy. Decrease. Saurabh Madne decrease. Aditya Mahajan decrease. Yeah, good answer. Very nice. You understood the concept of BOD. I can say proudly, because those who understand whether the dissolved oxygen level getting decreased or increased, definitely they will understand the concept of BOD. What happens in a bottle? We have taken a sample from a river. Definitely there are some organisms present. If the organisms are present, these organisms are surviving in that water only when they are getting the oxygen. Okay, when we have tested on the first day that on the first day, and at that time we are first day the level of dissolved oxygen was 6 milligram per liter. But when we kept as it is, that microorganisms present, sorry, there was a phone call. So when that dissolved oxygen is present and microorganisms are also present, they are consuming the oxygen. Means the level of dissolved oxygen indicating whether it is contaminated with the microorganisms or not. If the microorganisms are present, everything is present as a unwanted things. So that dissolved oxygen level indicates a very important key to understand the quality of water. So that's why I told you, with respect to water quality, it is very important to understand whether the dissolved oxygen is present into that water or not. Okay, so that dissolved oxygen plays an important role in a wastewater. We'll proceed to the next point. Simultaneously, the amount of dissolved oxygen in water is one of the most commonly used indicator of a river health. As the DO drops below 4 or 5 milligram per liter, the forms of life that can survive begin to be reduced. In that sense, aquatic plants and aquatic animals. आपण कधी कधी बघतो बघा, समोर न्यूज मध्ये वगैरे पाहिलेलं असतं आपण की या ठिकाणी समुद्राच्या काठाला सगळे मासे डेड मासे फ्लोट होताना दिसले. त्याचं रिझन काय असतं की अनवॉन्टेड अनएक्सपेक्टेड अमाऊंट ऑफ क्वांटिटी डिस्पोज केलेली असते वेस्ट वॉटरची अचानकपणे एखाद्या ठिकाणी, आणि मग तिथला त्या पर्टिक्युलर झोन मधला डिझॉल्व ऑक्सिजन सडनली ड्रॉप होतो, अँड द फिश कॅनॉट सर्वाइव्ह विदाउट द dissolved oxygen, so they immediately get died, and once they get died they will be their dead bodies will keep on floating on the surface. Okay, that is the issue. Kiva sometimes there is a leakage of oil from the ships, and that leaked oil will spread on the surface of that water, and in that case also atmospheric oxygen is not getting penetrated into that particular river water that particular water body, and suddenly the level of dissolved oxygen starts decreasing. In that case also the fish gets died, or any aquatic animals and it is required. A number of factors affect the amount of dissolved oxygen level in available in a river. Oxygen demanding waste removes dissolved oxygen. Plants add dissolved oxygen during day but remove it at the night. A respiration of organism removes oxygen. In summer, a rising temperature reduces solubility of oxygen, while lower flows lower flows reduce the rate at which oxygen enters the water from atmosphere. These are the factor. A number of factor I can say this way, so you will be able to understand. So these are the factors. Oxygen demanding waste removes dissolved oxygen. Kutla oxygen demanding waste in the sense, if the microorganisms are present in that waste, it will reduce or remove the dissolved oxygen. Then second factor, plants add dissolved oxygen during day but remove it at the night. In the water body also, aquatic plants are there, and these aquatic plants perform their photosynthetic activity. And what is the photosynthetic activity? During the day, plant consumes oxygen and release the carbon. During the day, plants consumes carbon dioxide and release the oxygen. During the night, plants consumes the oxygen and releasing the carbon dioxide. So that activity is also affecting on the level of dissolved oxygen in a water body. Then the respiration of organisms removes the oxygen. The respiration, microorganism or aquatic organisms are present into the water body that are respiration process are going on. They are consuming the level of dissolved oxygen. Okay. Then in summer, a rising temperature reduces solubility of oxygen. जेव्हा समर मध्ये हाय टेम्परेचर होतं त्यावेळेस काय होते की डिझॉल्व ऑक्सिजनची सोल्युबिलिटी कमी होते आणि डिकम्पोजिशन रेट वाढतो. While lower flows reduce the rate at which oxygen enters the water from atmosphere. हे सेंटेन्स थोडंसं एक्सप्लेन करू शकते मी की नदीला थोडासा उथळ असेल आणि पाणी थोडं फास्ट फ्लो होत असेल तर तिथं डिझॉल्व ऑक्सिजन लेवल जास्त वाढलेली असेल की कमी असेल. आणि त्याच्या उलटचं एक्झाम्पल, जर नदी एकदम शांतपणे वाहत असेल, डीप असेल, तर तिथं पाणी डिझॉल्व ऑक्सिजन फास्ट वाढेल की कमी, थोडं कमी फास्ट वाढेल. कुठल्या केसमध्ये जास्त फास्ट वाढेल, उथळ नदी वाहणारी की संथ नदी वाहणारी? In which case there is a possibility to increase the amount of dissolved oxygen. There are two cases. In one case there is a movement of water are very fast because there is a high slope, and another case where the movement of water are very slow because there is a low slope. So in which case there is a possibility to increase the rate of increase the amount of dissolved oxygen in a water body? Someone please answer. In case of steady flow, someone has given. Answer as movement of water in is another. Someone else has given answer. Movement of water is high in the case of DO increases. Correct. जितका जास्त खळखळाट पाण्याला तितका rate of dissolved oxygen mixing from the atmosphere will be more. Is it? From the atmosphere, oxygen will mix in that water where there is the high slope, means the movement of water are high. आणि जेवढं स्टॅग्नंट स्लोली जात असतं पाणी तेवढं atmospheric oxygen mix होण्याची capacity कमी. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, this is what the last one. If lower the flow, reduce the rate at which oxygen enters the water from the atmosphere. Okay, I will go to the next point. Okay, factors affecting the self purification. Now we are going to study self purification. We have understood what is the self purification. Okay, self purification म्हणजे काय की एखाद्या स्पॉटला, त्या व्हिडिओ मध्ये सांगितलं की मी तुम्हाला अशी एखादी रिव्हर आहे आणि त्या रिव्हर मध्ये एखाद्या स्पॉटला तुम्ही वेस्ट वॉटरची एंट्री करताय आणि त्या वॉटरची एंट्री या पाण्यामध्ये मिक्स होते, ते डायल्यूट होत जाते याच्या एक्झिस्टिंग क्वांटिटीमध्ये. आणि एक्झिस्टिंग क्वांटिटीमध्ये जेव्हा मिक्स होतं त्यावेळेस काय होतं की या पाण्यातला एक्झिस्टिंग क्वांटिटी मधला ऑक्सिजन या मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम कंझ्युम करतात आणि त्याला काय करतात तर डिग्रेड करतात, ऑर्गॅनिक मॅटरचं डिग्रेडेशन होतं. Is it? So give me 1 minute, one important call I have. Okay, now we'll see what are the factors affecting on the self purification process. So the first one is the dilution. Okay, when sufficient dilution of water is available in the receiving water body where the wastewater is discharged, the DO level in the receiving stream may not reach to zero or critical DO due to availability of sufficient DO initially in the river before receiving discharge of wastewater. Now that point I will explain once again की काय सांगितलेलं आहे की when sufficient dilution of water is available in the receiving water body. आता हे sufficient water sufficient dilution water is available in the receiving water body. आता इथं रिसिव्हिंग वॉटर बॉडी काय असणार आहे, तुमचे स्ट्रीम, पॉन्ड, लेक हे तुमचे रिव्हर हे तुमचे रिसिव्हिंग वॉटर बॉडी. आणि तुम्ही कुठलं वेस्ट वॉटर एखाद्या सिटीचं जनरेट झालेलं क्वांटिटी एकत्र करून तुम्ही त्या वॉटर बॉडी मध्ये मिक्स करणार आहे. ओके, सो देर शुड बी अ सफिशियंट क्वांटिटी टू ऍब्झॉर्ब द लोड ऑफ सीवेज. जो येणारा नवीन वेस्ट वॉटर आहे त्याचा लोड ऍब्झॉर्ब करण्याची कपॅसिटी त्या एक्झिस्टिंग रिव्हर वॉटर बॉडी मध्ये किंवा त्या रिसिव्हिंग बॉडी मध्ये असले पाहिजे. देन ओनली द डायल्युशन will perform, otherwise it will not perform. It will destroy the aquatic plants and aquatic animals. Okay, that point I will explain in a different way with the help of some another file that I will go to share. Sorry, we have remained only less than 1 minute. In the next session I will share that file. Through that file I can explain you at what quantity of quantity of receiving body, what treatment we are supposed to give, and then what quantity of sewage we can mix into the particular receiving body, the quantity of sewage into the receiving body. Okay, so in the next session, and that third session of today's lecture, I will show that file.